Top Democrats calling out the media and their own party. Yes, you heard me correctly. First, Nancy Pelosi is urging the press to stop the round-the-clock coverage of President Trump. Watch.
I wish that the press would spend a lot more time on what we need to do here to meet the needs of the American people instead of morning, noon, and night allegations against the president. I think you'd have more viewers or readers if people address concerns that people have rather than just this ongoing coverage of what's current with the president from one day to the next.
And outgoing Missouri Senator Claire McCaskill is telling Democrats to stop focusing so much on gender politics.
I think one of the mistakes that we make as a party is spending too much time talking about the gender thing. You know, we are a party of all kinds of people. And, you know, white men, white working class men have traditionally been a huge part of our party. We have lost a lot of them. And one of those reasons is we've had a tendency to talk maybe too much about gender.
I'm going to see, Greg, do you want?
Well, I always agree. I always feel that identity politics is a divisive thing. Republicans aren't announcing, hey, we're the party of men, join us. Dems, however, do have some noted voices like Gillibrand saying, you know, we're the party of women. And I do think that even women get put off by it because I think it's patronizing. Patronizing? Who cares? Anyway, you know you're heading down a wrong path when even Pelosi says don't go there. I mean, she's actually, in a weird way, defending Trump. She's trying to give the media an idiot intervention because they've been idiotized by their distaste for Trump. But I'm wondering why she's doing it now, and it's interesting to me. I love her coat. Do you think it's because of what Jesse brought up? That she knows she knows a lot of people in D.C. who are guilty of the same thing and payoffs for sexual harassment paid for by us, the taxpayer. Do you think that she knows that this is just going to go down a really bad path?
I think that she has been saying these types of things, but because she wasn't a leader,
right?
She had no power, no one listened to her, and now people are actually listening to her.
Yeah, I think she wants to start off on health care. And the media wants to start off on scandal.
And impeachment.
And impeachment. And she's like a terrible TV executive. She's like, hey, guys in the media, don't cover the Trump scandals. Cover health care policy. I mean, come on, Nancy. Like, what are you thinking? Of course they're going to do that. I think, you know, they won on health care, and she wants it to be covered. It's probably how Mitch McConnell thinks. Mitch is like, you know, we're confirming judges, tax cuts, we're doing this on trade, and you guys are just covering the Trump Tower meeting. Can I get a little credit here? I understand that now with Claire McCaskill, it's funny being a red state Democrat. It's kind of like riding a bull. You're only going to be on for like one term, maybe 2 terms.
8 seconds.
And the only reason you got there is either someone died, there's a major scandal, or like they nominated some guy, or appointed by the governor, or like some guy likes to date teenage girls. Like that's the only reason you're there. So just hold on tight, and then when they're gone, they're out of Congress, they're out of the Senate, they go, hey, Democrats, there's a whole country out there, and trust me, you can't play the gender card all the time.
Why aren't you on special report?
That's what I asked Brett the other day.
You know, pure genius.
I thought it was
Go ahead, Wally.
No, it's to the bone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that was an interesting comment by Pelosi, and I think you guys are right. I think she wants people to cover real issues because I think that's what she wants the Democrats to be on and ahead of the 2020 race, and people won't be able to say it's just about the Democrats' scandal, investigate Trump. But, you know, I was thinking about this, and one thing that strikes me, I just want to mention quickly, is the end of the Weekly Standard. Because here you have a conservative magazine who's actually doing reporting and could be critical of Trump, and they get pushed out of business. They lose subscribers. Same thing happened to National Review after they were critical. And so now you get a situation
I don't think
where...
that's why.
Well, I do, but I think...
I know why.
Okay, but here's my point, that I think that right now in the sort of conservative media bubble, if you are pro-Trump, that's all people want to hear. They just want to affirm Trump is okay. Everything is coming by attacks from the liberal press. That's not what's going on. What do you think is going on?
Well, my point was specifically about the Weekly Standard, which was a business decision. I don't think.
Yeah, because they were losing subscribers.
But that's not. But okay. That's actually not it.
Okay.
But that's not what we're here to talk about. Emily, when Claire McCaskill is saying we've got to do something more, you can't just talk to women in the party. But do the Republicans also need to talk about women? I mean, they lost women in the 2018 midterm elections, and they've got some ground to make up.
Yes, I think there was aggressive messaging by the left in the midterm elections towards women, but I think it would be more significant strides would be achieved if it wasn't so term specific. Like, that's when you lose everyone. That's when you alienate everyone that's not a woman, right? I went to a diversity event recently, but it was never called that. And the planner said that the whole commitment was for diversity and there was a certain percentage and whatever, but it was never, it was just a certain finance event.
What was it called?
The Greg Gutfeld show. So the point is that it allowed everyone to just relax rather than be confined to some type of, oh, I am this, and so I'm going to answer to this call. I respectfully disagree with your point about the conservative bubble, because I think there's a significant faction that isn't just a knee-jerk pro-Trump, that supporters in the conservative bubble. And then on the
well, who would that
Pelosi.
be?
I mean, do you want me to name names?
Some people
No,
here.
but I'm just saying, that's what it looks like. I mean, by the way, on the point that you're making about the women thing, there was I think it's a 23-point gender gap in the midterms, right? You look at what happened, I think there are like 30-something freshman Democratic women coming in the next Congress. And the Republicans lost. They went down from like 20 to 13.